Welcome to One Book, One Review. Hey everybody! Since today's book review is in German, and I know not all of you speak German, I have a tag video for you as well. So, it's the Bookish Tag. I was tagged by Crystal from VanillaHeart62. Check footnotes for her channel, and also check footnotes for the questions and the original video. I think it was made by Sonia. I'll have to look for that one. Okay. What type of genre do you prefer? I guess that would be literary fiction and fantasy, and recently steampunk as well. But I don't really feel like I'm limited to a genre or that I prefer something, because I cannot read the same style or kind of genre all the time. I have to mix them. What are some must-have books from your library? I think this is a question that might change over time, but at the moment I think definitely everybody should have read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. It's a must-read for everyone. The others are a little bit more flexible. There's a recent edition, John Green, The Fault in Our Stars. It's a great book, and if you haven't read it, what's keeping you? Seriously? Then of course you know that I love The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson, and I think everybody should read this, but it's more appropriate for adults than for young adults, so maybe think about it. Another book I could consider a must-read is The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger. I think it's very interesting and it's fascinating, and I can read it over and over again. Another book is also a book I bought last year. It's The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and I just loved it for the fantasy, the imagination, and the descriptions. It's really great. So if you haven't read that one yet, you should think about reading it. And then of course there's Harry Potter. I think everybody should have read Harry Potter. What is the most expensive book on your shelf? That would be The Tree of Codes by Jonathan Safran Foer. If you've seen my review of it, then you know how much I wanted it, how much I was willing to pay for it. It was somewhat like 50 euros or so. What book do you covet the most? I guess that would be Cinder at the moment, as everybody keeps talking about how amazing it is, so that's probably the next book I'll buy. Who is your favorite author? I guess you all know the answer to this one. You know I love Jonathan Safran Foer and Graham Swift and John Green and Mitch Albom and Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. I do like a lot of authors. How much do you spend in books? Now this depends. Basically on how many books I have waiting outside. At the moment there are so many books outside that I still refrain from buying books, and I'm pretty good at it. It's not that I don't buy any, but I'm buying less. And then at other times when I have the chance and I'm in England or America and there are a lot of used books, I buy a lot. So, but usually I would say like, yeah, 50 euros tops a month maybe. Depends. What is your favorite bookstore? In Hanover that would definitely be Lehmann's, but I buy most of my books at Amazon because it's easier and cheaper to get English books there. What do you think about the current trend in YA books? I have to admit, I don't really know what the current trend is. I haven't paid that much attention to YA lately. But what I usually think about trends is that they're boring at some point, because you get a lot of books with the same kind of stories, like all the dystopian stories. I mean, I like to read dystopians every now and again, but if every book is a dystopian all of a sudden, it's kind of annoying. Just the same with the vampires or with the love triangles or whatever is going on. I tend to get annoyed if every book has the same storyline. What series do you wish had more books to it? Well, that's easy. That's a Discworld. I just hope it will never end, and I know the time is coming when it will end soon, so yeah. And it's already 40 books, right? What are your go-to books that you have in your library? Well, that would be The Time Traveler's Wife, and I can reread Harry Potter every now and again. Okay, the Twilight books sometimes too. The Gargoyle I like to reread. What book is currently in your bag? That would be Death Sentence by David Lodge. Next week's review is in English again. What is the most prized book in your collection? I cannot really say that. I love all my books and I take care of them, and I hardly ever part with them. So if I ever give you a book to read, feel special. What is some non-fiction that you have on your shelf? On these shelves, I don't have any non-fiction. I have a shelf over there with all my university books, so they're mainly about literary criticism or sports. That were all the questions. I have seen a lot of people do this tag already, so if you haven't done the Bookish Tag yet, get to it, you're tagged. Thank you all for watching and have a very, very nice weekend. Bye bye. Oh, and I got a package, and I know how you love opening packages. let's do that. Oh, I'm bad at it. There we go. Timeless. So I know what I'm going to do next.